Should I should actually stop my stream. that would help, you know. I was like, I have like 5 minutes before the stream. Let's go through the setup. I just load the setup, and it's like I got stuck in the setup because of a couple not so great options, and I had to look through them briefly. So max the cast on the front, and then otherwise. I mean, the ducts are not particularly close, but then again, this is it has such a long straight that like messes with things. Throw down on the tires as well, just to see and make sure that the tires are within operating range. This here clapped in. And then we will try the setup here. Ignition starter. Howdy, Virus. How are you doing? How are you? It's been a... well, not actually that long, I think, in this case. Well, actually only one. I only have the 15-second time penalty for race 1, not for race 2. That's a neat little thing. At least that's not too terrible. But I am more concerned by, like, you know, the last time I had a sprint round, it didn't go particularly too well. Last time I won just before the sprint round. That was round 2 at Kota, and I won it at round 3 at Stetterton. We don't talk about Stetterton. So that's not great. Yeah, the funny part is with the... they have an FAQ listing most of the rules out, and there it's written that the time penalty, success penalties only apply to the next endurance round. Except that's not true. It is actually... that is only the case for the Monday series, not for the Wednesday series. Why is that the case? Fuck if I know. Also, Wednesday series does the refuel tire changes, not fixed time refueling. We don't do fixed time refueling. Well, the Monday series does do fixed time refueling. So it basically in every race where you have to do a pit stop. So most of the 65, 75, and 90-minute races, those guys will be taking tires every single time that they have to pit. While we have the... well, while we can do funny things like, you know, take 2 liters of fuel at a 90-minute race for 2 tits, that's fun. Although that one is a thing that I actually like. Strategy you can actually play with, and yeah, fine. We actually have Peretti, who is the fastest on the server right now in front of us. According to the ACC delta, he's not really as... he is now starting to escape. He ticked up 1/10. So we are definitely slow in a straight line, but I'm running 11 wing, yeah, 2/10. And I will probably shave the rear wing off this thing a bit before we go on. I just wanted to load the setup with the rear wing still attached to get a feel for it and see where we lose time with taking the rear wing off, if it's worth it. If we do a sparse strat where we have high rear wing for qualifying and low rear wing for race. I mean, at least the race is only 30 minutes. So hopefully the tires last that long. Yeah, he didn't put a particularly fast time in, that's the problem. Clocked only a 55.9 there in front of me, and I clocked a 56. I say not particularly fast because he can go actually much faster than that. His fastest time is a lot quicker than that. I do have to ask myself why he's not, you know, driving that fast right now. Did he do his fastest lap on Qualy fuel? I doubt it. But I mean, okay, I don't... It's possible, but I haven't noticed these guys particularly doing too much hot lapping during practice. They usually kept it to, you know, taking fuel and everything as needed. Yeah, outside of just taking tires. That's the thing with the fixed refueling time. You technically gain 5 seconds if you don't change tires. And I think I drove in one series where we, despite that, didn't change the tires. I think the Porsche Cup series had fixed refueling time. But most rounds people didn't change tires. Or something, I don't know. The Porsche Cup series is over a year ago that I drove there. So my memory might be a bit rusty about that. But for sure there's circuits where you can in a 45-minute race make this work. Or 30-minute even, that you take this 5-second advantage, but anything above that, it's like, oh look, 3 tires. I mean, even with the current rule set, where it's just, you have to pit to take at least 1 liter of fuel, where you can save up to 27 seconds from just not taking tires. Most races we still all take tires. It remains the default strat for whenever you enter a pit lane, because it's just the fresh tire advantage is just that powerful. I mean, this straight away, where you can just generations pass by while you drive through it, down it. Oh god. Oh god, that evokes a very old... Well, it's probably not actually that old, but like... No, that video was old when I started sim racing. God knows how old this video is at this point. It's the Southpaw Racers, Not So Serious Track Guide for Fuji. With the cameo with Jimmy Broadbent. But generations passing by while you drive through the old Fuji final corner. But yeah, I mean, that video is even now, what, 9 years old? It's like, it's old also, it's kind of like, oh god, how old is this thing at this point? Okay, tires are slightly overshooting on pressure at this point. I think I will put in after this lap. And then start adjusting the setup from here. As far as I can judge so far, our pace is not too bad. But that wasn't a validation? I guess you have to keep within the white line of that corner. Yeah, it's 9 years old now. God. Yeah, because I knew it was old when I first found it back in probably like 2018, 2017. And it was like not current at that point anymore. Okay, I need to rephrase that. Like, it wasn't like made yet. It was like fresh or something. But like, it was obviously still relevant and everything. It's just he hadn't made that. That wasn't his latest episode at that point. It was one of his backlogs. Right. Okay, so we definitely had some tad high tire pressure, so we go down by 0.3, I think. Honestly, 0.4. Let's go 0.4. Pressures are reduced. And let's just briefly save the setup now. Honestly, let's just save it over the this 992 Paul 01 setup. Because I don't think there's anything of value in that one. So now, let's start the fun. And that is, chop the rear wing off the thing. Down to 0.6 and slightly reduce the right height on the rear. Let's see what she does with that. Yeah, let me just... Miglione is here. Also Peretti, Piccioni. A fucking Bentley is on the track. Was he here before the series? I don't remember. Dunn is obviously here also with the BMW, and yeah, like the two people who like I think both joined mid-season, these two AMs here, and like both make you question like, hi, I think you should have gone into the pro class. I guess you're not stuck there. And I mean, we had the weird one that was overshooting AM anyway already. With Warren, I think he's also new to the series. I don't. Well, actually, wait a second. He could have been racing before. Not sure. And then the Razio and the Ford, who I don't want to be rude, but like might have been. Nah, he's not slow. He just I don't remember what team that was back in season 12 of VEC. I don't quite remember the name of it, but like that team was like, well, he's doing better than that team because that team like was really fast like the first hour of an endurance race and then just deaths every single round. And he isn't quite that. He can have decent results. He's not there in the championship fight. And if I would pay probably a bit more attention to his results, he would probably just look like, yeah, he's doing a decent job. He's just occasionally qualifies pretty last, a bit regularly, and then just drives to a half decent results. Yeah. Again, I think in this, we have to be careful here. I feel like my pace is not too terrible here, because I feel like my opponents here are doing quali runs. Oh boy, the thing rotates so much more now. I don't know if I like this. You can hear the tire scrubbing. But she's not unstable at this condition. But as right now, we have to see if that develops over a longer run. Because God knows. Okay, we have found one corner that she already wants to kill me. The thing with ACC is traction and acceleration is everything. Having a microslide can ruin your lap immediately already. Oh. That was not the right line. Hello there. How are you doing? Let's see, however, how the car pulls on the straightaway here. Well, that nearly lost my 10th. Lap isn't valid, perhaps, but like we want to have some data here. So entering the straights, about 3/10 down. We're starting to make up, but like very slowly. Half a 10th. 1/10. 2/10. And then better momentum carried for this corner, not half a 10th. Yeah, I think this has potential to be faster. But also, the question is, with all the twisty stuff here around Paul Ricard, is can you carry the momentum there? And clearly not, is the answer. Let's try with more TC. Let's use the stupid man solution to the problem, just throw TC at the problem. Occasionally that works pretty well. It's not necessarily the solution to every problem, but occasionally it does help. It's not a bad start. Oh hey Rainy. Drive for turn 1 here. Yes, a cutie pie spotted. You must be looking in your mirror. Gained a bit of time in turn 1 and then lost through most of sector 1 the rest of the time again. This is the great thing with me setting up a car. It's like I can drive it with 11 wing and 6 wing, and I end up with the same exact lap times. Ignore the fact that it's green right now. We were gonna lose that in the sector 3. Don't worry about that. Yep, we lost like 2/10 in one corner. I'm kind of impressed, because I didn't even feel like a particularly bad line. I was about to say we gained 2/10. Nope, we didn't. Of course we didn't. Yeah, we matched ourselves. Consistency would be scary if it was just a tad faster. But the thing is, we sort of need this setup for the race at least, because well, my opponents will for sure as hell otherwise have a massive straight line speed advantage on me. I need to somewhat prevent them from just completely going rocket launching past me on this straightaway. The only real solution I have for this is to just remove the rear wing. Apparently my too fast apex speed last time around was faster. I had to lift quite heavily on the exits there last time around, and that apparently somehow worked. Losing all the track and then some. But yeah, clubbing the throttle back into submission with TC seems to have done the trick a bit. Still not, you know, fast enough. Again, I still highly assume these guys are running with less fuel than me. I mean, 50 liters seems to be enough for the 30-minute race we're ahead. Nearly. Honey. I mean, the DMs are definitely sandbag. Definitely. What is the opposite of sandbagging, right? Like, what would be the opposite? Like, they're removing the weight out of the car. They're not doing realistic practice. It's difficult to judge at that point. Oh fuck! Yeah, that got an invalidation. I need to fully place the left wheels onto the curb. Because otherwise you risk something like that happening. That's... But it is sometimes a testament to the Porsche that you can, like, survive stuff like that. Because I really didn't do much in terms of steering input there. Okay, here I need to do a lot. Yeah, it started four-wheel sliding. It would have likely completely spun around on itself if it's cutting corners. I mean, I've been always cutting corners on my race preparation, you know. Less practice, more race time. 7 minutes remaining right now in practice. My front tires are sort of critical in terms of their pressure distribution. Definitely a bit high. It do be a bit of an odd feeling to turn into a corner while do your turn in via your brake pedal and counter steer. Definitely a bit of an odd thing to do. I mean, this thing is gonna shred its tires, I'm sure of it. The question is it gonna matter? Truly, it's the real question. Is it gonna matter? That's somehow in bounds, by the way. The thing is, the front of the field is not really improving right now. And the track is only fast, so like, what is going on here? That's definitely odd. Okay, that's not quite how you're supposed to take this corner. Yeah, I mean, controlling slides like that is why I love driving this car. Even if it's definitely not productive and competitive or anything. How long have we been out of the pits here right now? 13 minutes. If this is tire drop-off, that is not good. Maybe we go in with slightly higher rear wing angle. Although it will likely nullify any gains I have from the straight line speed. While still having the same problems with the slow speed cornering. Today for the race I need less of a drag, but I also need tires that last till the end. It's definitely a tricky conundrum. Conditions are for sure not favorable for my car. And still, my ability to precisely match my own lap time, lap after lap after lap after lap, is truly remarkably scary to even me. Well, probably only me. I think my opponents don't feed me too much about that. Oh boy. Let's see. Will I survive turn 1? Well, I got invalidated. Didn't spin though. Try next time. Okay, that's not particularly... Ah, that didn't even lose me time somehow. God, my section must be pretty bad if... This one like that didn't even lose me much time. Yeah, starting to slightly move in the front. I'm We have left 1 minute, so this is the last lap here before we go into qualifying. We'll probably for qualifying go 2 clicks up on the rear wing. Well, maybe not just for qualifying, because this is starting to become an actual issue, this rate. So, tires at 2, I need to double check that one. I want to get my pressure averages. But yeah, it's a fun problem of either run too little rear wing and your rear tires die, or run too much rear wing and, well, you're just a sitting duck on the straightaway. Right. Pull up. Yeah, I'm missing someone here. And that someone is my main championship rival. And there are no dropped runs in this championship, so if he's missing, well, that's interesting. Although, you know, with a 1-point decrement system, aka P2 gets 1 point less than P1, and this continues down all the way, means that there's only 3 points between me and Peretti. Although there's another 8 points then between Peretti and Romanda, so like, Peretti is a pretty big threat at this point to me. The championship is swinging wildly at this point, I shall say. Temperatures have gone down. Now that's an interesting development. No, we don't change the tire pressures, we'll keep them. I think I will keep my tire pressures. We'll take 20 liters and go out. Ignition, starter.
Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curbs.
Pit speed limits off. Go 1 click up on the TC. Maybe I want the brake pads a bit rearwards because of the weight distribution. You just removed 40 liters out of the front, so that's about 32 kilograms roughly. Oh, it's a GT3 car, but still the moment axis on the Porsche specifically for that is quite significant. Even with the 992, which I will say, if you drive all the Porsches, or especially all the Porsches and other simulators, this becomes very noticeable. But even then still, this Porsche between low fuel and full fuel is still like, on a lot of tracks, night and day. You can have tracks where it's very similarly handling. But like, even the 991-2, you will regularly just have massive day-night changes between the... between these things. So, track condition is still fast. Interesting. Tow would be obviously very useful in this circuit. Alright, we are not getting one. That's for sure. Well, for right now, we aren't. And doing it with a stranger is a bit much gambling. Okay, that's very wide from me. Okay, come on. Had to countersteer there, that cost a lot of time. I was mentioning earlier old videos, but like I'm reminded of a Chris Hayes video of like the worst corners and sim racing and motorsports. I don't care. Doesn't matter. And he mentioned this final corner section at Paul Ricard, and I actually hard disagree on that. I quite like it. Honestly, Paul Ricard isn't actually that bad of a driving circuit. It just looks ugly. And you know, we can make an argument that the big fuck off straight is a bit boring, right? True. Although it is an interesting quirk this circuit has. Not, you know, one that I'm too fond of. Also, I didn't check actually what time I put in. But yeah, we put a 55.1 in. That's 4/10 of Piccioni. So they had still some room to go, and you know, that's just the first run for them. I should probably close my brake ducts. One click. We shall see. But yeah, I don't know why I'm supposed to find more lap time here right now. Although actually, no, we do know something. This is this corner here. Okay, that wasn't a particularly good run through there either. What? We got 2/10 in the out of it. But we'll probably lose all of it before we finish the lap. And yes, we're trading hundreds of... Jesus! It's like me like, we'll just shorten the gap a bit. Fucking hell, these people. Half a second down right now. Wait, how did I get to 2.5 seconds right now? Not, sorry. It feels like 2.5 seconds gain, but like, we're trading 10ths here. And at this level, every 10th counts. What is he doing? Okay, he's pulling over, but like, we're gonna use some slipstream of him. Want you to use some of your slipstream, man. My Porsche is already so slow. It's a Lego of racing tracks. The thing is, if you know a bit about the history, this circuit used to be normal. But then they just turned it into an asphalt desert and added all these weird layout options to it to make it truly the best testing venue it can be. But obviously it lost all its character in the process. But yeah, I genuinely kind of like this section here. With the tightening left into sharp right, that's honestly has quite a decent flow to it. And then slowly... weeb shopping. Lap time of it. 6 minutes remaining. I should probably get into the pits, put a fresh set on and go out back again. We'll keep finding time. Yeah, we're gonna pull it over. 2 tenths down. We're not making that up. But yeah, I mean the pit entry is something that's like, not great. I prefer the F1 pit entry, but I guess that's what we get here. Let's go up off. No, we don't go up or free. We reduce the brake ducts here. And temperatures are actually coming up. Temperatures are actually coming up. Increased pressures O2. Right. He just keep finding more lap time.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs. Yellow flag acceptable.
But yeah, one other thing that like a lot of people hate about this track is the track limits. And kind of, it's like, yeah, this track can be brutal because it's an asphalt desert. Similar to Misano, but similar to Misano, the track limits are actually quite forgiving. In fact, in some ways, like, more forgiving than Misano. With the exception of a few corners that are kind of pieces of shit. Because in most corners, you can completely ignore the track limits, but you need to be back in. You can't cross these bollards that are built there at the end of curbings and things like that. You can't hit those. You need to stay inbound of those, which is why you can just completely violate the track limits at the end of the straightaway. You just need to be back on track before the bollards. There is a couple corners that this is an exception where there aren't bollards. Okay. That would be, for example, an invalidation. As you can see, like, I had to go quite wide out. Come on, did I, like, forget? This curb here. Here you need to bite to the white line on this specific curb. And that curb can easily catch you out. And here the balls are relatively early, so you can't really go wide. The thing is, compared to in real life, ACC made these non-collidable, so A, we don't damage our cars when hitting them, and B, they still stay around after somebody knocks them over. And somebody inevitably violates track limits. Down. Thing is, the boat has even gotten past me now, which is a bit of an issue, right? As far as I know, he hasn't run around before this one. But he can obviously play a massive role in the championship fight here, because, well, so far it seems that it's just Peretti and I now. And Peretti is, well, 3 points behind me. And there's 2 rounds of points being scored here today. race 1 and race 2. Really important stuff. Keep in mind. And I have a 15-second time penalty in race 1, so fun. Although, I mean, Peretti has also a 10-second here, so
Yellow flag.
this could at least help me a bit. That was not good at all. Well, that's even the last lap. I wanted to check how many laps I have. Ah, that was not a good line. That was the wide line. It's not good. It cost me all my momentum here. And I just need like roughly a 10th here. That would be enough. Peretti is done. On the other hand, if I can keep P4, that's also like pretty good because Porsche power. I can just launch.
Flag in sector 1.
And that gives me quite an advantage compared to a lot of others. No, not again.
Car ahead. Yellow flag ahead.
Somehow I saved that one. No clue how. At least we don't have to abide by blue flag rule, yellow flag rules. Oh, come on. No, no, no. Don't do that. Don't do this to me. Now. Should have salvaged it about a 10 foot across the line. Come on, come on, come on.
Yellow flag.
Phew!
Session is now over.
And Raimondo also jumped up a bit here. But yeah, we got back on the front row, but Piccioni is definitely fast today.
Cut detected.
Oh, hello there. Who is that? That's Raimondo. That was actually Raimondo. Flying by me. And parking next to me into turn 1. Okay. The thing is, we will probably not see actually my 15-second time penalty applied to me. Because the series admin, who's technically also a competitor, doesn't seem to be entered today, at least. Could be that he's watching, but like, you know, possible. But possible also that he's not. Also, this Bentley that has come out of nowhere, he seems to be maybe part of the admin team, because he did say all out for qualifying. So it's probably part of the explanation why it's so stupidly fast. Alright, no, I didn't touch my brake ducts. In the end. Go 2 clicks back down on the pressures again. Now we need some fuel in the car. Well, I seem 55 liters should be enough. If we have 4 minutes, let's actually do fuel calc. Alright, we have enough time to do actual proper fuel calc here. So, wait, that's the end of practice here, I think. Yeah, it was the end of practice, so that's actually the battlefield number 305. Alright, 305, that is good enough as a field number. How many laps will we do? Better question. 4 divided by 60. 1.9. 30 divided by 1.9. That is 15.7. So let's calculate with 17 laps. 3.1. That is 52.7. So I think we have sufficient fuel then. When we take 55, let's just say 55. Don't make it. Keep it simple, stupid. Which is roughly what I was practicing on. Do I want to keep the rear wing at 8? I think I will. I think I will not gamble reducing the rear wing, at least in race 1 here. Race 1, because of my time penalty here. And I think Piccioni also has a 5 seconds, if I remember correctly the results. Let's actually check that, because we can have the standings up. And we can just see positions. Peretti. And then, yep, Piccioni here. Who's also, like, not in the championship fight. There's Romando, who is vaguely close here with 11 points behind me. But Piccioni is 28 behind me, which is, as long as I intend the next few rounds, is not catchable. Right? It's just not really something he can catch up. And at that point, Peretti wins before Piccioni wins. Romando is obviously a threat. And Romando was the one. No, Piccioni was the one who scored 3rd last time around. Romando finished 4th, so Romando does not have a time penalty. Important. But Piccioni has 5, Peretti has 10, and I have 15. Very important stuff. Okay, back on the jacks. Yeah, light graining already after about 15. After about 18 minutes of running on the rear wing 6 setup. We're not gambling, not too much. It's still strange to me, and I just cannot understand this with the Porsche, that you lose the rear tires, you lose the rear end, but your front tires have the graining. But it's very clear that, like, the rear tires are the ones that are overheating, that are
30 seconds.
Losing traction, but, like, the front tires are the one with the damage. It doesn't make sense. Granted, you do actually get occasionally graining. Blisters on the rears if you really overstress them. That is possible. But, like, they come in very late and the tires are very shot at that point.
Stay in double file.
So, also stalling out of the pits. Oh, yeah.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
Come on. So, everything's trimmed in. Let's get some grid positions.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Decent reaction from me. And we have a classic Porsche launch here. Yeah, he was fully ahead of me, and
Clear on the left.
he was obviously aggressive into turn 1. Peretti wanted to also be. I don't quite get why he wants to be this aggressive on me. He will get the position anyway on me. With the... Boy, howdy, you're driving wise here. So maybe carrying a bit more speed onto the shred. Let's see, how is it doing with some slipstream here for my Porsche. We can suck. We can for sure a bit suck on them. Peretti is not following as well as I can suck up to the other car. Gained about 2/10, it's not much. I'm half a second back. I would very much prefer to get out of the slipstream already for Coretti. But despite the colors, these two are teammates, so they would probably play together here to stop that from happening, if necessary. It is noticeable that my car seems to be way better set up for the corners. We have 1 second behind, that's actually pretty good. So let's go back, sucking back up to him. In our Factor 2 endurance race, in this situation we would be switching the engine map down. But this is ACC and a sprint race. No need for that. He takes this corner with much more speed than me right now. I mean, he had half a second on me in qualifying, so. And he can out-corner me. I think he's just making early mistakes right now. And he'll be back to his scheduled program soon. But you know, him winning is the least of my concerns. The bigger thing is get the 5-second gap to Piccioni, because if I can do that, I could secure stay ahead of him in the end results, which is all that really matters. As now we are probably getting very little slipstream 7/10 back. He's slowly out-edging me at this point. Nice part is these two behind me now fighting a Bentley versus a Ferrari side by side on this straightaway. Boy howdy, how the turntables can turn. Yep, Tedder has gotten by Peretti. Dorazio is also vaguely involved. I mean, I was talking a bit down to him earlier. I was trying to clarify that wasn't mean-spirited. His name just stands out a bit to me, but like, he isn't that fast, let's be honest. But see, he's doing a good performance here right now. Staying with us so far. Letting his ponies go. getting involved in this fight for third. Radeon's getting handed back right now. Problem is Tether is starting to close in on me as well. Now the thing is for Tether, he can just stay roughly where he is right now and still secure a decent finishing position, yeah. The problem is really with like these 15 seconds, it's quite devastating for your race. And really, like the top 6 are right now separated only by what? It's like 6 seconds or so, which includes most of the pro field. Anything behind that is AM actually. It's a bit of a step down. 4 seconds back. I have to right now project quite a bit of a loss position. Tired, when aren't we? But yeah, in case you want to keep track here a bit of the championship developments. So, Piccioni has a 5-second penalty. I have a 15. And Peretti has a 10 seconds. Peretti had started on P3 and has been handed backwards to P5 right now. But the entire top 6 are spread relatively thin. We're all still very tightly packed together here. And nobody's really running away from anyone. We are now through the first third of the race. Yeah, the leader's slowly escaping from me. Here's the funny thing I was talking about earlier. I don't hate this circuit. I think it's ugly as sin, but there's actually some decent corners on this track. I kind of like, especially like there was a few years back a Chris Hayes video about the worst corners of like sim racing and motorsports, doesn't matter so much. And one of them was the final 2 corners of Paul Ricard here. And I kind of liked them, unironically. thing is with Paul Ricard, it is an old racetrack that then somebody decided we're gonna turn it into a testing facility and then back into a racetrack. And in turning it into a testing facility, they added a bunch of asphalt, drew a bunch of funny lines for different layouts in, and yeah, nothing of value was gained. And a bunch of us lost. And yeah, I can definitely also see why people would not like it though. It is kind of, long straight can be a bit dull, but like, it can also be a bit exciting, and oh yeah, the track limits. Although when you figure them out, they aren't too bad. This isn't Kota. Kota is unequivocally bad. This is about as bad as Misano, which is, you know, for a lot of people pretty bad, but like manageable. If you know the rules. Which is, and Misano stay on the curb, and here stay stay on the track side of the bollards. Don't run the bollards. How many YouTube accounts do you have, Fraps, at this point? Granted, I have also like a decent fucking collection of these. I don't even know how many I have. A lot of them are very old. Most of them have videos even. Thing is, the boat behind me is gaining on me and then he isn't. It's quite weird how that works. Like, he's slowly inching up to me and then he makes a mistake and drops back. Or he is getting attacked, right? Because, you know, the Razio is relatively close behind him as well. Inspiration needs to drop about 5/10 more and then we're clean. Because he has 10 seconds worth of time a success penalty and I have 15. And Piccioni has 5. But Piccioni isn't really in the championship fight. It's Peretti and a bit of a long shot as Rando. Who's I think running P6 right now. On track though. Because with how things are running, this guy will... I will get demoted to basically P5 and Peretti to P6. Peretti is now over 5 seconds. Good. Yeah, Piccioni will likely win it still, because yeah, he's in a position right now. He's so far ahead of Durazio that like Durazio will not inherit the win from the 5 seconds. But those 15 really just hit like a freight train. That's why the main series of these guys doesn't have the success penalties in sprint rounds. It's just this one has it. For some reason. Yeah, there's a fight between a Bentley and a Ford. Things that are not said regularly. Although the Ford is a relatively common car in ACC these days, but the Bentley still Dosso's out of the race. Such an interesting development for a guy who, you know, won a race this season. Since round 1 he hasn't been able to really get up there. Oh, one of the guys got dumped. That will get interesting. But yeah, the Bentley lives, the Ford is dead. Don't know quite what happened, but like he's just gone. But yeah, we're probably gonna build enough of a gap that we don't drop by an AM. Whether it doesn't make a difference for the championship standings. Okay, that's not good. Massive slide there. Ramondo, though, unfortunately, is 7.7 seconds back, so a tad bit too close. And we are about to head into the last third of this race. There, you can't have everything. Collecting an important point against Piccioni while... not Piccioni, Piretti, while giving up a point to... Rubando is not really the worst trade that could ever happen. Piccioni being back 28 points is... really not a big concern at this point. Yeah, McNeary is pretty stubborn right now. He doesn't want to lose. Just the next 2 seconds to drop out of my 15-second range. Also, I'm not too sure how the next race will work in terms of penalties. All I know is that technically I should have only 1 penalty for this race. And then, will we get another one for the next race based on the results of this one? Will the time penalties for the final round be decided by the finishing results of this round? Who knows? little bit early braking. That might give me track limits there. No, that was... nah, it was not in bounds. But I did not get punished for it. I mean, depending on if Tether happened to ram Radeon off the track, that could mean that like you could keep an out position. Well, it really doesn't matter. It's like the only thing that matters is relative position. Winning really doesn't matter in this point scaling system. The only thing that matters is where do your opponents finish. Driving quite badly right now. Yeah, we're not gapping the AM leader right now, although he probably also has a time penalty, come to think of it. But in the last round, also 15 seconds. Whatever. Doesn't matter too much. The only thing that matters is keeping Peretti at just over 5 seconds. Come on. How many points was I getting from under? 8? Was it less? Or was it 9? Like, I'm not too sure. For sure was some points behind. No, Ramondo was 8 points behind Peretti. That is the thing. He's 8 points behind. 7 points behind. I think it was 7 points behind Peretti. Peretti has now cycled back past Tether. But again, doesn't matter. 10 seconds. We'll completely uproad everything here. Come on, please turn, please turn, please turn. Yeah, I'm dropping off pretty hard right now, so that's not good. How long do we have left? 3 minutes 22, so 2 laps to go at this point. Or coming up to 2 laps to go. Come on, turn. I have 1.1 seconds off the pace of myself. It's surely the pace in freefall. At least I don't have to... Wait, Romando has cycled bite. It's like, what the fuck's happening? That's a bit of an upset, obviously. Because I will give Romando 2 points towards me. Obviously a bit more critical, but still. Can't see the Razio. It's at least lower down P8, so yeah. Peretti right now running P5, which is where he, well, yeah, he will probably cycle a bit further back, but I don't think he will lose any pro positions. Well, I will lose 2 positions, and Piccioni will not change anything. The thing, like, you could easily make up 5 seconds. I really apologize. Fun part is we do still have a race 2. And again, this championship can swing wide every direction. Okay, Tedder has a drive-through, that's... well, a change a bit. Especially because he can't serve it, that's a flat 30-second plus. That means I will be scored P3. Journey will still win. Peretti will be scored P4. Mando will be promoted past me again. Ted, on the other hand, is not in a position to keep any position. Leaves me with a good. Vickers is off the track there. It's one of the other Porsche drivers. He did a 2 minutes 20, yeah, he did just wait for the lead, I didn't want to do another lap. Well, we're gonna probably be scored P3, but still, this is a good result. Perhaps not stop on the track, Vickers, please. Okay, he's not stopping right now. I will just pull over myself. Want to congratulate him, but like, you know, he wants to do a full end lap, and I don't mind. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Timetable here. I'm plus 7.5. And then that means that's anything further back then. Well, the thing is, I want to go to the toilet briefly, so I will leave the stream briefly. And we'll be right back, but yeah, that would be 22.5 seconds, and that's in front of Miglioni. Yeah, Tedder is scored all the way down in 11th with his time penalty, and Durazio finishes 17th and actually 2 laps down. Oof, yikes, he had not a good try. So, still in race session? Good. So I'm back in time. Right. I sort of needed to pee before the race started, but like, I thought it was way better use of my time to do this in between the 2 races. Well, in between the 2 qualifying sessions, so. Can we figure out when the incident happened? Ford. What the fuck was that? It's not a disconnect. Well, not a network disconnect. I have to clarify. That looks like a USB disconnect. So, no penalties for anybody. Okay, he was able to stop the car at that point. Jesus, that's good. Oh god, that's not fun. That for sure as hell ain't fun. He did resume the race though, after touring. It's not finished. Jesus, what happened? Okay. Back to qualifying. Temperatures have gone down again a bit. Click pressure 02 back up. Take the fuel back out of the car. Let me finally fix the setting here. Let's see, will we be fast enough without changing anything? Because You know, the margins are tight here. They are really tight. Oh, I need to actually start the ignition.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
That's annoying. That McLaren in front of me. Just pass him here from him running wide. Although I have more AM drivers now ahead of me. Not sure that's any better. What I find a tad wild with GT3 cars is that they still do the brake bias via a knob that isn't on the steering wheel. It's like, huh? Because that knob here is the brake. Well, at least the animation in ACC does it here. But like, for example, the traction control here. That, well, actually, this doesn't. No, it doesn't. It actually didn't move. Because it did change position there, as you can see. Because it wasn't in the right position animation-wise beforehand. Okay, that's not a particularly good line. As you can see, it changes even the state. Yeah, not sub 45, which is really bad. Pidgeotto is nearly a second faster than me right now. I think he's gonna go into the 53s here in the quali. Are we? Yeah, track has gone optimum actually, compared to the previous qualifying session. So I ought to be definitely quicker here. What are you guys doing here? Yeah, Francesconi is not too much slower. Again, yams here are like pretty fast. Yeah, there's not much of a step down. Although you can notice it in race pace occasionally.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Okay, that was perfect. Still like 8 sets down, and yeah, Piccioni is in the 50 phase now. Yeah, Piccioni. It's quite a confusing thing that there's an ARM driver named Pugioni and there's a pro driver named Piccioni. Just in case things weren't confusing enough. Oh, fuck. Too fast then. I will abandon.
Landing validated.
Because I have made a mistake, I don't need to hunt him down any further. So. Back out for one more.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curves.
Yeah, somebody coming. This guy behind is actually Peretti. Be careful not to give him a slipstream here on the main straight. But 5 seconds is not really enough to get any gains from it on GT3 cars. It's too little. But I think I will let him buy after the fast right hander. I think he's dropping back. He's abandoned his lab. And is trying to give me a gap right now, but I want to drop behind him. Because I want to use the gap of Armando here. Because I would like to be in front of an arm. The advantage here is all of us can basically lap in the same space. We don't have to really slow down for any of us. Would you kindly stop slowing down? Your teammate is right behind me, so like that's starting to become an issue. Right, we have 2 laps to go. Blue flags being shown. Not sure if he actually has his, invalidate the lap already. Or not. Yep, he's immediately abandoning because he doesn't want to give me a slipstream. Oh, I see how this works. That's fine. Would have done the same. We're losing a bit of time here in the straight. Oh, I'm fighting for 1/10. Oh no. 2/10 could give me 2 positions again. Seems like we're not getting those. Jesus. Nearly tied. 1 tick apart. Oh yes, Peretti is behind me right now, 1.7 seconds. He's trying to slipstream off me. Haha. Let's see how this works. Oh, play ball. This corner quite a bit. Just can't get it quite right.
Yellow flag ahead, recharging front.
How's the timer? We can do another lap. Time for another lap here. Just about enough time.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
We're matching right now, but not improving. Yeah, Piccioni has moved the goalpost even further down. Jesus, how fast he's around the circuit. But also had a better qualifying this time around. P5. Well, he's also still out, so like he can improve still. Nope, this is gonna be a worse time. Not by much. But it is a worse time. Right, we got another pole position. That's good. Peretti got P5 in the end. Jumping Dosso, so that's something. Durazio back in P8. Vaughan in 11. Yeah. Right, we need to set up the car again for the next 30-minute race. God, it's starting to definitely get dull at this point. Go back down 2 clicks. And now wait for the start. Gonna have to wait another 4 minutes before we can finally move on. Oh yeah, we can do some championship predictions. Right. Peretti headed into this round 3 points behind me. He's now gonna be 4 points behind me. And Romando headed into this 11 points behind me. And he will be then 10 points behind me. That's just the result of the... And De Villa isn't here, he was 1 point ahead of me heading into this round, but like... Well, he isn't here, so that's a complete disaster for him. Oh yeah, and then there is Piccioni, who's gained 2 points on me, which puts him up to only 26 points behind me. So... And if they do a dropped score or something like that, well, I definitely have worse results than 26 points. So sure. So yeah, this is looking decent for me. Still do. I have to obviously finish this race, yeah? And then wait for the official results. And once that is out, we can then take on Imola. But right now, and it's looking like the championship decision is going to be a bit less pressure on me, but still, right? I've been taken out in turn 1 before. And this can easily happen again anymore. I've also had massively no pace and was back there with Durazio, so like, yeah, it has been occasionally up and down. We're down to 17 people this round, so let's see how many we get for Imola. I love that circuit, but like, Let's see if my Porsche loves it. Although I have driven it with the Porsche, but that wasn't rain. I don't know if we I don't think we will get rain, so like... yeah. Right. 1 minute 15 seconds. Ramondo obviously here. Taylor here. Peretti in P5. Miglioni, the AMD leader, in P6. Dossa in P7. Razio in P8. Pugioni in P9. Dunn in P10. Warren P11. And then Paul Ricard in P12. Back here again. Sam. After the last pro is in P11. And he's not having a good time. Right. 40 seconds. Let's jack the carb one more time. One last time.
30 seconds.
Ignition. Starter. Confirm revs. Revs confirmed. 10. Happy hunting, I would say. Five seconds. We can start moving.
Stay in double file. Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curves.
Definitely a bit too far ahead right now. Okay, I'm way further back this time around.
Green light. You're okay.
I think he got scared of my start performance last time and was maximum exploiting his starting box. Oh, but the Bentley's launching fast.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
And fucking went for it.
Car on the left.
And there goes Pugioni.
Left.
Let's see, can we draft past a Bentley at least? You know, the barn on 4 wheels. No, he's gapping me right now. He's gapping me still. It is starting to equalize. Yeah, we're starting to slowly reel him back in. Holy hell. Oh, the Ferrari is coming there. He's wide out there, Jesus! That car looks so out of control. But yeah, to see the Bentley as a top speed car is completely just a 180 from my experience with the machine. It was a high-speed corner machine, but not a top-speed machine. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, Dads, here, because, well, this thing gaps me, till about, in the first third of the long straightaway, he's faster than me, while I'm in slipstream of him. But he's driving really badly right now. Like... holy hell, badly. It's just I can't easily do a flyby of him. And well, the next problem is the Ferrari behind me. Well, he has more straight line speeds because I hit VMAX at about 282. The Ferrari can accelerate a bit further than that. Well, that was my experience with the Porsche. But yeah, this is VMAX now for the Porsche here. And as you can see, Ferraris and Fords both can go a bit faster than it. The Bentley is also topping out. Jesus! Although, granted, if I was actually gonna at some point end up in a fight with you, it's probably gonna look similar. Because he's absolutely yeeting. The thing is, the Bentley is usually good on tires, so like you could get away with that probably. We're definitely not going particularly fast. Well, the thing is, Spa's not actually that fast. I think in my car, I don't know. It's been a. I don't remember what top speed I'm hitting. But like, you don't actually hit top speed at Spa really, because of Eau Rouge. I cannot figure that corner out for the life of me, because if I run such a wide line on exit, I will lose all the momentum entering the straight. But he just could get away with it completely. It's amazing on tires, yeah. The thing is, I have driven the Bentley in the past. Before BOP was a thing. I've had good races with it. But those have been massively forced stalls. And it caused me to lose massively more confidence. That's close to the track limits for me. Well, it's a Lexus, I mean... that thing is fast at every... in all straightaways. The only thing comparable to it is... oh, the Ford behind me. And the Bentley just went 3/10 faster that last lap. I need to get back to my lines, because I know it can go a bit quicker. Although I don't know if I can go that much quicker. Jesus, how much he drives this open, this corner. Right, 3/10 behind. So, currently gap around 0.36, 0.35 again, 0.34. Yeah, I'm starting to reel him in, but I gain only like a 10th in total. The problem is, at the end of the straight I get too close to him, so I have to back off. But yeah, I also have a championship here to fight for, so I shouldn't do silly things.
100 meters, keep going. 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 100 meters
My main rivals are Peretti and Romando, and these two are basically not in the fight anymore. I don't know quite the numbers off the top of my head, but pretty damn sure they are. Well, as far as I know, he hadn't run around before. So the Bentley is a new entry as far as I can tell. Fuck, that was a bit deep. And that's probably a track cut for me. Precisely, I cut there too much. Need to stay within the white line there. So okay, now starting to reel him in. And now we've gained a 10th. Although towards the end of the straight we really start reeling him in. Like the gap is shrinking rapidly at that point. The thing is, because of the good tire wear, he will also have still tires left at the end of the race. I won't! Even though this is a 30-minute race, my tires are dead. And he can just throw the car around like that, and mine is like... If I dare even give it a mid-slip angle, tires are instantaneously like putting themselves into flames. First third of the race done. Still stuck behind boat. I wasn't really intending to go to a move, but like I wanted to at least show my presence at that point. Now, again, the problem is I will run right into him at the end of the straightaway. Oh, there comes the Ford. Just look at how fast the Ford is. He was half a second back before the straight started. And he just came there like a lightning there at the end. Yeah, the big issue is I top out. And the Bentley also kind of. The Bentley just doesn't have much more than 280 in terms of gears. As well as aerodynamics, you know, it's a barn with wheels attached. But at least it has the aerodynamic properties of a barn. But pretty good downforce from the slanted roofs, I must say. I think I just had a slight lock up there. But yeah, we definitely have a bit of a problem here with the Ford this close. Because he will likely leapfrog me here. Yeah, he's 3/10 behind and he's already just getting sucked up. There's nothing. I can do fucking nothing against the Ford. Just look at him go. He's just going here. now I have Peretti behind, who's, you know, the guy I actually fight for the championship. Why? Because I'm getting stuck here. Stuck in quite literally a traffic jam. In large parts because everybody else has more straight line speed than me. This was my main fear for this race, and goddamn it has come true in race 2. I have to drive so slowly in the sections that I can go faster in. Specifically because these two in front of me. And we lost even the train half here. Oh, the Ferrari relatively close, although the Ferrari is actually dropping a bit. Now he's coming slowly. Need to keep the draft from the cars in front. Otherwise I'm cooked. Which horse do I back in this fight? Like seriously, this is like you're on the motorway and two lorries are passing each other. Like, can I even? Yeah, there's nothing the 23 could do, and there's. The only thing I could do is fucking lift and try to not. Because people are definitely throwing hands in front of me. Mustang just in like the first in like a quarter of the straight already gaps me by like a tenth. He's like half a second faster on the total straight alone, I think. Any good thing is the Bentley doesn't quite gap me quite as hard. While I'm in slipstream. Well, I can actually gain on the Bentley in slipstream while the Ford is just disappearing. There comes the Ferrari. I'm such a sitting duck that I need a slipstream of another car to vaguely be able to defend myself. Obviously, I get a slight wiggle and immediately lose basically all the time. Although granted, being P3 in this all, that might be the better outcome anyway. I'm go defensive here.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Okay, look how. Massive slip there. One third of the race remaining still. And obviously my tires are not doing too hot, and I have an angry Ferrari behind me who would like to decrease the championship gap again. By as much as possible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us could lap faster. That's... yeah, that was track limits. Just a tiny bit too far. You guys are so fired of me before heading into the section, and then you suddenly lose all fucking forms of momentum. Also, how the hell is that Bentley going this far sideways? Loses nothing. Like, not even a tenth of a second. Like, if I get thrown that much sideways, I lose 4/10 instantaneously. Like, it's just gone. He didn't lose anything. slowly is starting to annoy me because, you know, he got away with such a stupid dive into turn 1. But, like, he shut the door on me there. Like that. It's like, huh. Makes you fucking think. My tires are dying. It's like I'm just stuck at like 410s. I cannot move past. Because he has the power to actually out-punch me out of the corner. I mean, you could like literally watch it right now. It just gap me immediately. But like a lot of other cars, I have enough power parity that like I have actually a corner exit advantage usually on most cars. Actually reeling the Ford in right now. Don't know how the Ford does actually on tires. I don't know if I've been this close before. That's 2.5 tenths, it's just not enough, especially because I need to wait till about here before I can actually reel him in. Before that, his car is just faster than mine. My car just has a VMAX. Fucking brake checks me basically into that corner. Oh, fuck off! You piece of shit! You stopped in the middle of the corner! Like, there's so little I can fucking do there. It is utterly infuriating because I'm completely out of options here to fight him. Oh god, he nearly rear-ended me there. Ferretti. He is wide this time around. But again, about 2.5 0.25 back. And it's just, it takes too long for me to be able to start wheeling him in.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, he can just keep it in. And there's Peretti again! Like, come on, can I finish an overtake before you...
Clear on the right.
Whenever I try anything, right? The problem is this stupid left...
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Now, Peretti, please hand me the position back.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Thank you. Because you definitely hit me there. No questions asked. Oh, fuck. Nope. Fucking hell, not on the last lap! My rear tires let me go, this fucking stupid left-hander. And Pincioni's gonna get me for P3. As long as I can keep Peretti behind, it's at least fine, but like... Fucking hell. I am not too happy about this race.
Good job. You did the best you could. Now bring the car back.
Of course, I had to have my last lap in position lost there. But, I mean, at least Razio, after having an utterly shit race won, you know, he got a win. Piccioni, after being taken out in turn 1, also came back to 3rd. I don't know how he did that. Like, this is a 30-minute race, so, you have no business in making that sort of a comeback drive. Can I please get another replay? Yeah. I don't think it is anybody's fault really, this one, but like... well, the problem is that, yeah, Piccioni's losing it. That's kind of the problem here. Ted is definitely giving enough room. It's just too much right foot goes around. And then drops to last and somehow comes back up again. Like, how in the fucking world did he do that? To get back on the podium. Like, holy shit. I mean, he is the fastest driver on the grid, but like... qualified fastest by a mile, but like... to do that... well, yeah, right, because we've been... because we got stuck behind the Bentley. Yeah, we helped him massively because of the fucking Bentley stuck, right? Now let's watch him into turn 1 again, because I say that it was a bullshit move that he pulled here. Now he got actually a really good acceleration and his car went forward pretty well. But like, full car length back and then just goes, well fuck you, we will just dive bomb all of you. Like, this is just kind of fucking bullshit. And then I got just completely stuck behind him because, like, I could do nothing. I tried repeatedly to do something about him, but, like... did I get hit from behind first time? Guess it's this lap here. Yeah, after the traffic jam here, I get at some point used to touch. Yeah, because the thing is, the Bentley had for some reason for like the first second or so of acceleration, he had nothing. Right? The Bentley is really slow after the apex for some reason, but then 2 seconds after, he just go light bomb gun. Nothing you can do. But like, he just didn't have that initial punch, and that was also really annoying for me because I had to be stupidly close to have any of sort of run. But like, I just couldn't materialize a run on him because the only place where I was faster than him, cleanly, was in the corners. Well, I had a thick fat Bentley in front of me, so there's nothing I can do there. Like, I can drive this corner faster than him. Doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't. He's too fast for that. I think it's the second to last lap where I'm the closest. I get a good draft off him because he didn't have particularly well. Didn't get carry quite as much momentum on. I go on the outside. He does at least not run me off the circuit here. He slows down adequately. And obviously stays on the inside, and it's just, yeah, I go around the outside of someone around this fucking stupid corner. And then I got a fucking slide there just to mess me up additionally. Just, there is just so little I could fucking do about him. It's really infuriating. Because of just car difference. Like, that's... yeah, he was good. Like, let's be clear. He drove really fucking... It's like... Whenever he had to actually defend against me, because... You know, I couldn't even mount attacks, really, because... Too much speed. Like, too much power, too much straight line speed. Couldn't do anything. For the most part. When I got alongside for like the 3 times I did, or was about to get alongside, he did defend valiantly against it. Let me just skip the part here. So here we were. He had sneaked up the inside of me, well, now outside. And he's now dropping behind me again, so at least that's got sorted. So now what happened here? He lifted off. That's why. And I nearly got collected there by Piccioni. Okay, he's pulling over, letting me by. Piccioni dropped still behind. At this point, so at some point Piccioni got 2 positions on the final lap, like, Jesus Christ. Like, he was utterly rapid on this circuit. He's not drafting past him. Because, you know, he can draft on people, like, I can't. If I sit that close, I can gain a bit. I'm not losing ground, but, like... It's just Porsche pains. It's like, you just have so little straight line speed that you can... And yeah, there's me just flying off the circuit casually. For no particular reason. Besides my tires deciding that it was time to die. Well, yeah, I mean, still P4. Let's see how the penalty system works, honestly. Actually, the penalty system could really screw me over because I still have a third place, and that's still like a 5 seconds from the previous from race 1. So in 5 seconds would well lose me 2 positions here. And Peretti wouldn't have a penalty from race 1 because he would be scored P4. But I definitely then don't have a penalty for the next round from this result. I am not sure how they fucking did it last time, and it is not clear understandable to me. It could very much be that we yeah, if I lose 2 positions here, then I plus 5 seconds, then I lose the position to Peretti and Romando. It's not good, obviously. Although Piccioni would actually, because of a 15 second, be moved back, but like they would also profit of that. Yeah, Romando is actually 10 seconds, so Romando, I wouldn't actually drop to Romando, right? Because Romando has a 10. Romando finished second. It will be scored second if we. It's complicated. He will move up to second place, right? From the results of race 1. So if we get time penalties from race 1 to race 2, then we would get. I mean, we can check the chat, right? Because at some point he did talk about this. There's a message request. Hello, I clicked on the message request. Oh, Peretti. So, right. There is a ping again here. Oh, yeah, I forgot to no, I didn't complain about that. So, how is this again assigned? Because they did talk about this at some point in the earlier rounds. Yeah, Gowering results. Yeah, right, he assigned them after. He assigned these. Played the success penalties post races. I was unable to attend Wednesday, sorry. But that doesn't explain to me quite. Yeah, oh yeah, it seems he's taken the results from race 1 because that's, yeah, it's race 1. So race 2 probably doesn't have any success penalties, only race 1 of the doubleheader. Why? Because, well, Milan, got 15 seconds. Despite only winning race 1 in round 3. So that's how utterly complicated the system got here. Where's his teammate actually here? Yeah, his teammate finished second and first. Or do they just aggregate it and then decide? And then it's Dosso in third. Right, and I don't give it away really. Yeah, Dosso only finished third in race 1 and then fifth in race 2. So yeah, we can however validate this here briefly a bit better. That is, go back to Snetterton, who had actually penalties heading into Snetterton. Oh yeah, here, right. It's Peretti, 10 seconds, and Holloway had 5 seconds. And then I had 15, right. Peretti, as far as I know, only got... Yeah, I got plus 15 in race 1 here, but Peretti seems to not have gotten anything. Hi. Tommaso Bocci got 5 seconds from the previous round, but like, I don't know, maybe the markers are not showing up correctly. Oh yeah, right, we're looking at race 2, not race 1. Stupid. Race 1. Here, me, plus 20 seconds because I got a 5 second for something. Bocci got a plus 30 for some other incidents. Peretti got also plus 30. For some related incidents, and Holloway wasn't there because he's still right. But yeah, Peretti didn't have a penalty in the next race. That's the important. Let's briefly also check the stewarding sheet here from. Not Kurt, we need the stewarding sheet for that round, so we can figure this all out slowly. Okay, so Hoy, the which car number is again per, so we can check that relatively easily. Right, Peretti here. 23. Okay. Yeah, he has a 30... well, no, he has a 20-second time penalty. Ah, I see. So Peretti gets a 20-second time penalty, and it has 10 seconds left over from the others. Yeah, that's up. That checks out. And then race 2, he didn't have anything, so he didn't have a penalty, but I had an incident and got 15 seconds. Right, that all makes no sense. That all makes no sense. Vaguely. I mean, it doesn't make sense that, like, you know, one result gets... It doesn't make sense how this is done, really, because, you know... the fact that, you know, we get... the fact that I get, you know... time plus 10 seconds for well, actually I will probably get plus 5 for when the time penalties are applied. But yeah, that I get third place in race 1 and then fourth place in race 2. But like race 2 will not have any penalties applied to it, so it's like really weird. In any case, as far as I can tell now, I'm gaining 2 points in the championship on Peretti. So that makes it that I'm now 5 points ahead. On the other hand, Piccioni back here has made up 3 points. So he was 28 behind, he's now 25 behind. And then there is there's Romando, of course, but Romando would be Scott's second in race 1, and he is now P6, so he gained a point and then lost 2, so he's heading not with a particularly great shot into it, so he's gonna be then, he was 11 points behind, he will be then 12 points behind. And Peretti is a set 5. Milan didn't attend, so Milan will be, oh god, a lot of points behind. Because scoring here, 26 points for a win. And I got a 2nd place and a 4th place. So that is 48 points. So I will be 47 points ahead of him. Just 1 round not attending, 47 points swing. Just, yeah, that's a bit balanced and broken. Yeah, right. So we're heading into the final with relatively good stacked cards if the scoring all works out the way I've just laid it out. That is, right, but yeah, I think this is gonna be fine. Hello, Kaito. I was reading through and calculating championship standings. As far as I can tell, when everything is sorted out and scoring, oh yeah, right, I didn't get in 2nd place. I get whatever, doesn't matter. I should be leading the championship by 5 points. That sounds like not a lot. But 5 points mean I can finish P5 and my championship rival win, and we would tie then. Because of the 1 point decrement ladder, so that's hilarious, right? Anyway, you unfortunately missed the entire race and everything. It's a bit unfortunate, but what happens? Yeah, can I have a mouse cursor, please? And I'm so used to right now to Linux and stuff. I'm just so used to just being able to press Super 1 and just swap back to my main workspace where I have my game running and get my cursor back into the game. Right. But yeah, you missed some of the fun. I was going slightly insane fighting a Bentley. Ah, what wheelbase did you order? And also, what were you using beforehand? No. I mean, there's a lot of people who like actually new sim racing and start like with Moza R3 or R5 at this point, because they're not cheap. Let's be real. I mean, I started with the TMX wheel, TMX Pro, so that was that was like $200. So like, and even that, like for a control device that you don't know if you're gonna use. I'm coming from the G29, the trusty G29. Yeah, I think you're gonna appreciate the Moza. I mean, I'm using an R9, but like I don't use that much force feedback actually, honestly, on it. R5 is pretty solid. I've used my brother's one for a while. I don't have too much experience of the G29. I have obviously a lot of experience with the T300, and also quite a lot on the TMX. And T300 was quite a significant upgrade to the TMX. And I think the TMX is a better wheelbase probably than the G29, honestly. At least in terms of smoothness and just... One thing that I will say with the Moza is that the preset for ACC turn the road feel in the driver settings down, because the preset for ACC ships that at 10, and as soon as you just touch a curb, your rig is gonna just... the screws will fall out. They will unscrew themselves and fall out. It's a bit absurd. Turn it down to like a bit down. You're gonna appreciate that advice, because you're still gonna feel the curb a lot, but like you're at least not gonna just fear for your dentals. Are not stealthy. Yeah, that's also true. Remember that from my TMX, because the TMX is, I think, some sort of hybrid system. It's a bit weird. But yeah, you will probably feel a decent upgrade. Doesn't mean you're gonna go faster. I mean, I'm the person of like I literally took today massive amounts of rear wing off my car and lap the same lap time. So yeah, I'm that person. I can also go from a T300 to an R5 to an R9 and literally drive the same lap times. But like, I'm just saying your experience might be the same. Just it might feel a bit better to drive. As always, to remember with the upgrades. But I mean, you've committed already, so it doesn't matter. You don't need that part of the advice. You just need to now enjoy your time. Yeah, that's also true. I mean, I had some odd issues with the R9 at first, because I was having issues when I was correcting a slide to feel the amount of angle I needed to correct with. So I was putting too much countersteer in, and you can obviously, especially with the Porsche, easily just go into a pendulum swing the other direction and just go 90 degrees off the track that way. And that's obviously not great. Yeah. That's suboptimal. That can technically definitely happen. And I don't know, I did try changing a few things, but in the end I've just grown used to it again. I mean, I've had my R9 now since early December, so I've driven a bit of mileage on it. I mean, not stupid numbers, but like, I do race more than you do, as far as I know at least. Because you do V-Track, do you do other series right now? I'm not too sure, but like, do V-Track, you do perhaps a bit of practice for the race. But like, I do 2 races a week right now. And while I don't do practice before them, it's still 2 races a week. It's gonna amount at some point to something. So yeah. But I do like my track time via races. I don't like practice. If you remember. Not a big fan of practice. I just slowly start losing my sanity as I do not improve after like 5 laps. We need other people to fight, at least mask that a bit. Right. I think that wraps it up for tonight. I don't know when I will be. Well, I will be back on Sunday again for the series I run on Sundays. Which is, funnily enough, at the same time as this series, so, you know, Although I would be wrapped up at this point already, likely, because that series is fixed 60-minute races. Tonight, this series ran a double header, so it was a bit longer in that sense, because there was 2 30-minute races plus 2 15-minute qualifying sessions. While usually it is 1 20-minute qualifying session and 65, 75 on 90-minute races. And yeah, the season finale next week's gonna be a 90-minute race at Imola, and I'm definitely looking forward towards that. I know I know you had a good qualifying in Imola, so we've talked about this before and just didn't have particularly too much luck. Let's hope I don't get, killed like you in turn 1. It's not like this has happened in this season already. No, it's not like that happened already. Yes, it unfortunately has already happened. I got taken out at the Barcelona in turn... Well, on the exit of turn 2. So, yeah. Right. Okay, then. I think it is time to say a good night, then. It was... I would say one of the races of all time, but, no, it wasn't bad. To say the least, it was average. Above average. Nothing bad happened. I didn't win, but, I didn't lose. So, the biggest thing was that my main championship rival didn't turn up, so I have a new one. And I'm 5 points probably ahead of him now. So, that's good. That solves some things. I might actually win this championship now. And I kind of didn't believe this for most of the season. That was possible, because I was not having a good time regularly. So, in any case, a good night. Bye-bye. And see you another time.